So very famous chapter. So this was yesterday, chapter 6 chapter, advancing in Ashtanga Yoga, Samabodhe Vishishyate, stages of Ashtanga Yoga practice, Rahasi Sitaha, go to a secluded, isolated place, which was something new for us. Why control mind? Abhyasena to Kaunteya. Destination of unsuccessful yogi, Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe, and Bhakti Yogi, the topmost yogi, Yukta Tamo Mata. That we discussed yesterday. And we can continue discussing. Let us go to the next chapter, chapter 7. Jnana Vijnana Yoga. This chapter, from this chapter till the chapter 12, is known as the Cream of Bhagavad-Gita. What we are going to discuss here is the most important instructions in Bhagavad-Gita. So therefore, this is a special area. Cream. Now we are entered the cream of Bhagavad-Gita for next 6 chapters. Bhakti. Now in the last shloka of the 6th chapter, Krishna has concluded Bhakti is highest, and now he's further going to talk about Bhakti. Last shloka of the 6th chapter, Yogina Visarvesham Madgadantaratmanam Shaddavan Bhajate Yumam Samayukta Tamo Mata. Now Krishna continues. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Sakta Mana Partha Yogam Yunja Madashreyaha Asamshayam Samagram Yata Gyasita Tashunu. So what kind of yoga you do? Madashaya, that is bhakti. Maya Sakta, become Arjuna, attached to me. Manaha, have such a mind, O Arjuna. Yogam Yunja Madashaya, take complete shelter of me. This kind of yoga you do. If you do that, what is the benefit? Asamshayam, without any doubt. Samagram, completely, you will know me in truth. Yata Gyasita Tashunu. You hear me, Arjuna. Then without any doubt, without any incompleteness, completely you will understand. Asamshayam is without any doubt. Samagram is completely. So this is a beautiful shloka. In fact, this shloka itself we can spend all the time. Srila Prabhupada, the founder, maximum classes he took on this shloka. Tashunu, Tashunu, Arjuna, please hear. So first thing in spiritual life is hear Krishna. We have so many our own ideas, always best to hear Krishna. Tashunu. Maya Sakta, Krishna says, become attached to me. Manapartha, you need such kind of a mind. Asamshayam. Because when Krishna speaks things, your doubts will be over. Otherwise, you see, this is the uniqueness of Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is telling him, I'm telling you in completeness without any doubt. This is not the statement made every time by all the speakers. I shall now declare to you knowledge, both phenomenal and nominal. Simple terms, phenomenal is knowledge of the material world, and nominal means knowledge of the spiritual world. By knowing which there shall remain nothing further to be known. Everything is known to you by this. Manushyanam sahasheshu. This is another jewel of a shloka. Among 1,000 among men. Sahasra means 1,000. Kashi, there is somebody who becomes siddha, perfect. This perfectness can be defined in so many ways. Simple way to define perfectness is you understand you are not body, we are spirit, soul. So thousands of men, there is somebody who become perfect. And Kaship, Yasatam api siddhana, among those who perfect, Kaship Mahametita, there is one rare person who knows me in truth. Manushyanam sahasheshu. Kashi, there is somebody who becomes perfect. Among those who become perfect, there is somebody rare person who knows me in truth. Homi apo anulo vayu kam mano buddhi evacha ahankara itiyam me bhinna prakriti ashtata. Earth, water, fire, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego, altogether these 8 comprise my separated material energy. Homi apo anulo vayu. the five energies, we know that. Kham mano buddhi evacha. Kham refers to ether. Mano, buddhi evacha. Bhumi means earth, which you can perceive by all the five senses. Apo, water, which cannot be perceived by smelling. Analo, fire, you cannot taste. Vayu, you cannot see. So one by one, you lose perception. First, nose can't perceive, then tongue can't perceive, then eye can't perceive. Vayu reach Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu. You can't see now. Bhumi you can see by all the five. Water, you cannot smell it, but other senses can perceive water. You can see it, you can touch it, you can hear it. And Anala, fire, you can't taste the fire also. So in Bhumi, all the five, water 4, Anala 3 senses can perceive it. Vayu only 2, you can feel it and you can hear through it. 2 senses can perceive it. Kham, ether. Now science doesn't know what it is. Ether being referred to. Ether is something which can carry signal. Just like you can go to space stations and a signal. But in the beginning, they thought ether as a concept of vacuum, but that's not the way that they're talking. Kham means it's some matter. So now this quantum physics, little I know physics, they say that yes, there is no vacuum, there is something, that is ether. What it is, separate discussion. Mano, mind. Mind is also an element, subtle element, more subtler than Kham. Buddhi, even more subtler than the mind, and it controls the mind. And Ahankara, our false ego. I am the enjoyer. That is Ahankara. Itya me bhinna prakriti ashtada. These 8, ashtada means these 8. Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kham, Mano, Buddhi, Evcha, Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara. Out of these 8, modern science only knows little about 4. That's all. They don't have any knowledge about Kham, no knowledge about mind, no knowledge, totally no knowledge. They're saying mind is nothing but some neurons combining. And that's their intelligence. Buddhi, no buddhi, therefore buddhi means intelligence which even controls the mind. And then there is ahankara, or desire to be independent of the Lord. That's why we are here. Bhinna prakriti ashrita, these 8 comprised by separated metal energies. Then Krishna says in the next verse, 7.4, having said this, they're all my energy, Krishna says, aparayam itastu anyam, beyond this 8, there is an which are inferior, apara means inferior, prakriti vidya me param, there is a superior energy of mind. Jiva bhuta, what is that? Jiva, that atma, the living entity. Mahabhav, oh greatly armed Arjuna, yedam dharita jagat. And these, the soul, they are the one, what they are doing? They are the ones sustaining this world. So right from devatas, we can see sitting, and human beings or animals, plants, all the living entity are the one running around in a place, and they are sustaining this world. Stone will lie there only, water will lie there only. Who makes around, make buildings and all, that's living entities. Beautiful verses. This chapter is full of jewels of the shlokas. Matta paratara na anyat. Krishna gives very strong statement here. There's nothing higher to me. Somebody was telling me yesterday, I think beyond Krishna there is this Devi Devata. So as per Gita, let us talk as per the Gita. Nobody is beyond Krishna. Matta paratara na anyat. Krishna is saying there is nothing beyond me. Kinjit asya dhanajaya. Mai sarvam idam protam sute manigananiva. Everything rests on me as the pearls are strung on a thread. Okay, so we can understand. Of all that is material, all that is spiritual, and know for certain I am both the origin and dissolution. I am the both origin of everything and also the dissolution. Rasam apsikantaya prabhasmi sachishuryaha pranava sarva vedeshu shabdekhe paurusham nishu. O son of Kunti Arjuna, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras, I am the sound in ether and the ability in man. So now it is not easy to perceive Krishna. So Krishna is saying what way we can see him now. We can't see Krishna now. Our senses are not ready. Neither we have proper devotion to the Lord. We are all ready to exploit. If we know God is there, suppose somebody comes to know Some vigraha is powerful, something it this does, that does. We just run to get our desires fulfilled. Nobody likes to be exploited in that way. No, without any devotion, spirit, people come and harass. So better it is, Krishna says, how do we perceive him now? We can't perceive him through our senses because we're not ready, but we can perceive him some other way. Yes. Krishna says, I am the taste of water. Everybody drinks water. Krishna says, I am the taste of water. I am the light of the sun. Is there anybody who can avoid the sun? No. So he says, I am the light of the sun. So is it difficult to remember Krishna? You drink water every day. That's Krishna. Because these are all come by Krishna's manifestation. It's an impersonal way to know Krishna, but that's the way you can know him now. The light of the sun, that's Krishna. That is Krishna's arrangement. The moon, yes. So anybody can avoid drinking water every day. So how can somebody avoid remembering Krishna? Krishna says, now you approach me like this because this is the way you can understand me now. There is no capacity for you to see me directly, but have gratitude to me. When you drink water, remember me. Thank you, Krishna. See the sun, thank you, Krishna. See the moon, thank you, Krishna. Silver some people have, there was one joker recently met me. In the Vedas, there is no name of Krishna. I showed him hundreds of references, but before that, I told him, in the Om is there, no? That refers to Krishna. Syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. That itself is very clear. Om Krishna saying refers to me. So that's also. And I am the sound in ether and the ability in man. So this is the big list. Taste of water, light of the sun and the moon, Om in the Vedic mantra, sound in ether, ability in man, fragrance of earth, heat of fire, heat in the fire, life of all that lives, original seed of all existence, intelligence, the intelligent prowess of the all-powerful men, strength of the strong, and sex life not contrary to the religious principles. So Krishna is not against sex life, but sex life which is used to bring progeny in this world and to train them to become great devotees. Krishna says, that's sex life. I am the sex life. It's sanctioned, and that's also divine. All states of being with their goodness, passion, and goodness are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I'm not under the modes of material nature. So Krishna is independent. He is not under control of the material nature. Even though he may come here in this world, Krishna is the controller of Maya. We are controlled by Maya. Like a king appears in the jail, even the jailer runs behind him. But not us. We are controlled by the danda of the jailer. That is our position. Duality by the three modes, goodness, passion, ignorance, is like wearing red glass, blue glass. The whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. The three modes are dragging us. What we will know Krishna. So I'm at point 13, also that. Oh, this is another beautiful shloka. This chapter is full of beautiful shloka. Devi esha gunmayi maya duratya mama evi prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Devi esha gunmayi. Krishna says, Devi esha gunmayi maya duratya. My energy, maya, is very difficult to overcome, Arjuna. Devi esha. Guna means Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. You cannot cross over it. It's like a jail. You cannot jump outside this jail. Ordinary jails in this world, you can jump, not this jail. Mama evya prapadyante. But if you surrender to me, Maya metantarante, you can cross over the influence of Maya. So very easy. Devi eshu gadamai ma Maya. Duratya Krishna is saying, you cannot cross over the influence of Maya. But if you take my shelter, you will cross over. Just like a jailer, when he gets order from the king, he'll leave you. So this is a very sweet painting made. You see Krishna is bending so much, putting his one arm over Garuda and coming down to pick up. And that devotee is so happy. Krishna has come to take him. Smile. Look at the smile on the face of the bhakta. He's smiling, looking so bright also. And Krishna is coming with all kindness to pick him up. So Krishna is saying that actually you cannot cross with the influence of Maya, but if you surrender to me, prapadyante means surrender. Maya metam tarit. Then I pick you up. Personally, I'll pick you up and take you outside this world. Very loving statement by Krishna. Let's see. Yes. Namam dushkita no mudha prapadyante naradama maya aprita jnana asuram bhavamashitaha. Namam dushkita no mudha. Mudha means fools. Prapadyante naradamaha. So, Namuda, Muda means fools. There are four kind of people Krishna says here cannot surrender to me. What are these? Let us understand. One is Muda. Muda means dull-headed. You tell him, you please chant Hare Krishna. 10 minutes you can do that. No, I don't have time. It's time to watch news whole day on the TV. But he will not have time. But unless you give time, you will not understand Krishna. You have to give some time. You have to do some tapasya. No, sir, I will understand on its own, not possible. Prapadyante naradama. Naradama means lowest among mankind, engage in sinful activity. Maya aparhita jnana. Knowledge is stolen by illusion. Very proud man. I know everything. Then you cannot teach you. Asura is totally envious of the existence of God. So Krishna is saying, four kind of people cannot understand me. Let us say who are the four kind of. Let us see all these four elements are there within us. Remove them. You surrender to Krishna. What are the four things? Muda. We don't keep time. So you have to keep time. At least I requested you certain rounds to fix up every day and peacefully chant. One thing to remind you all. Today is Radhashtami. And yesterday late night we were fixed up and we are sharing the link. You're all welcome to join us from 11 to 1. Okay, many of you may not even know what is Radha Ashtami, just like Krishna's Ashtami, then 14 days later come Radha Ashtami. Prapadyante naradama. So four kind of people do not surrender to Krishna. One is Muda, who has no time. Second person is who has sinful activities. Third one is proud of his knowledge. Fourth one very proud of his power and very envies the existence of God. So this is, you can see Muda, the donkey, whole day is walking naked, not one piece of cloth belongs to him. He's working for the master, he's having great fun. Look at this idiot, works so much for me. And what does the donkey gets? Nothing. He gives him a little grass that he can get anywhere. But the donkey thing, if I don't work like this, I will starve. So that's the foolishness of people. They think they have to work like donkeys. But there's nobody who's asking them. Maya aprita jnana, referring to, you can see Jagai Madai, sinful activities. And Asura Bhamas is some demon, some Rakshasa, some Asura. So this is, you can see in the picture here, four kind of people who surrender, four kind of people do not surrender. Left side is four kind of people who do not surrender. You can see we discussed this four people. Now four kind of people who surrender. Let us understand that. Chaturveda bhajante mam jana sukritun arjuna artu jigyasu artharti jnani cha sa bharata shava. Four kind of people surrender unto me. Who are they? They are pious. So if they are in problem, they come to my shelter. Who are the arto? There's some difficulty. My Lord, please, Krishna, you protect me. Jigyasu. So arto. Some pain is there. Like the man with the crutches. My Lord, please help me. Jigyasu is inquisitive to know about God. Artharti, he wants money. My Lord, no business nowadays. How do I maintain a family? So you see two children are holding him, harassing him. He's helpless. My Lord, please help me. Artharti. Jnani, the man in knowledge. The four kind of people keep to take shelter of Krishna. Four kind of people never take shelter. So neat divisions here Krishna gives. So now this is for everybody an exercise. Look at the picture. See where the people are situated. Who is Arto? Who is Artharti? Who is Jnani? Who is Bharata? Chalo, let us have some discussion on this. Let me see how many people can figure out. Yes, now you can participate. Yes. Gajendra, what is he? Artho, Artharthi, Jnani, ya Jigyasu? Which one it is? Hare Krishna, you are unmuted now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Gajendra Moksham.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. That's my speaker. Hare Krishna.
Gajendra Moksham.
What does it become? Artho, Artharthi, Jigyasu, or Jnani?
So person in pain. Pious.
Yes. Artho. Yeah, Draupadi.
Artho.
Very good. Dhruva.
Jigyasi.
Artharthi. Dhruva went to get a kingdom, no? Get a bigger than even Brahma. Yes. Sugriva. This is Sugriva. Artharthi. He wanted something for Lord Rama. Please help me get my wife and kingdom. Correct?
The desire of wealth.
Then Parikshit Maharaj. Which one? Jigyasu. What should I do, my Lord? Oh, Shukdev Goswami, what should I do? What is the duty of a man about to die? Sages. Yeah. And who is this? Shukdev Goswami in the womb of his mother. Jnani. Jnani. He said, my Lord, this world is full of Maya, I don't know to come out. So there are different people. You can keep arranging from all the different pastimes. You can find people, more list you can make. Artho, both Arthato, in some pain they surrender because of need of some need. Here the inquisitive, and here is the great Jnani, Shukamuni. Okay? Okay, is I think clear? Chalo. Of those, the wise one who is in full knowledge, union with me through pure devotion service is the best, for I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. Among them, the Jnani is best. Why? Why do you say Jnani is best among these four? Anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Why Jnani is best among them?
Hello? Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Is it that he realizes, the Jnani realizes that it's ultimately the Krishna only, no one else?
Yes. See what happens? Yes, very good answer. See, Artho and Artharthi, haven't seen the tendency they go away when the problem is over. That's all.
Solved.
See, I've seen so many colleges, there will be a temple and they'll all be going around the temple. The day of examination, Ghanta will be ringing, thun, thun, thun. God save us, nothing has studied. But once the exam gets over, they forget God. They are in bar, sitting in bar and drinking. This everywhere I've seen that. So when the problem gets over, they forget God. Hupiyad is the best, for I am very dear to him. And so Jnani is best because he will not go away. And he has come in the best attitude. It's, the picture you see the person in knowledge. He has come in knowledge. He's understood. Others have come because of needs, but their understanding is not clear. So they may not stay away. They may run away. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Bahunam janamanam ante jnanavan mahaprapate. Krishna says, after many births, you take my shelter. Vasudeva sarvati. Krishna is everything. Somehow, but such a soul is very, very rare. Very, very rare. So when after many births, you're going to surrender to Krishna, the question is, why don't you surrender now? Why you want to wait? Anyway, you're going to surrender after many births. So if you're intelligent, surrender now. That's intelligent. Vasudeva. So it's left to you. Surrender is left to every individual. It's voluntary. Surrender means, Krishna, from today, I didn't know that I'm your servant. I came to know. This Gita course people told me I'm your servant. I thought I'm the boss. Some people were cheating me. They were telling me I am God. Now these people inform me, you're not God. You're dog. You're servant of God. Accept that. And I accepted my love. I did not know. I was roaming around foolishly thinking I'm God. I understood I'm dog. I'm your sevak. I'm your dasa. I've come to serve you. From now on, I'm going to serve you and obey every word you said in Bhagavad-Gita. I'm your dasa. This is surrender. Now this will happen after millions of births, or you can do now if you want. It's left to you. Kama Sata Hita Jnana, that Krishna said, no, they will not surrender to me because their mind is stolen of material desires. Why people don't surrender? Some material desire. And they will run to somebody who can immediately give those benefits to them. There may be even some big man of this world or Anya Devata, some Devata, Devi Devata. They come to know this Devata, that. They are not actually, there is no Devata Bhakti I've seen anybody. They try this, doesn't work, they try that, they try this, because no Devata can give you spiritual relationship. Like Hanuman is serving Lord Rama without any benefit. But any Devata has, because Lord Rama gives spiritual happiness to Lord Hanuman. He is floating in the ocean of spiritual love of Lord. That's not true for Devi. Devi Devata, you are doing business. I do this, give me this. That's it. Dhanam Dehi Putra. Even prayers are like that. Dhanam Dehi, Putram Dehi, Rupam Dehi, Dehi. They give. They're business. Job is done, forget the Devi Devata. And sometimes they say, Arey, this Devata is not working out. I try this one, that is working out. Prapadyante Anya Devata. It's all business contract. Cheating and the cheated. Kamas, their heart is stolen of material desires and they run to other Devatas. Krishna is giving a certificate. Because you see, everything has to have a purpose. With Krishna, you can do seva, Lord Rama, Krishna, Narayana, you can serve them without any material purpose. It's out of love. But Devi Devata, there has to be some business action. You're gone for somewhere. Tam tam niyata masaya prakata niyata swaya. And you follow their rules and regulations for worship of Devi Devata. Very enthusiastically they do. And Krishna says, even I help them. What can I do? Do you want something? I help you. You want some desires to be fulfilled? Okay. You want to worship particular Devata? I make your faith steady on that Devi Devata. Yeah. And he's very nice. He has been very kind to me, very merciful. And your faith is fixed and you go pay obeisances, even to the extent of worshipping ghost. You do anything to get some material benefit, fulfill. Our belt is Bhuta worship ghost, Bhuta worship belt. They worship Bhuta Ganas. Whole night they sit. You tell them 10 minutes, come chant Hare Krishna, they can't do that. Whole night they sit. And somebody will come and eat live chicken in front of them. They are watching that. That is not a problem. And temple in a ghee lamp, you offer diya to the Lord, that they don't have time. But somebody eating a live chicken, and that they will watch. Whole night they will sit. And then why? At the end they'll do the prashna. That is their famous prashna. How this will happen, how that will happen. Totally materialistic. And he will, that person who says Bhuta came inside him, he will drink liquor also, eat chicken and fish. That they can watch. How a sattvic person can sit there. And nor is such a faith, he seeks favor of a particular demigod and obtains a desire, but actually these benefits are bestowed by me alone. So Krishna says something very interesting. The Devi Devata will give you something, but they cannot give you without my permission. They don't know all these things.
So Prabhuji, Radha Mata not fall under this Devi Devata?
He is the consort of the Lord, no? Lakshmi. Radha Rani is Adi Lakshmi. Krishna is Adi Narayana. So endure to such a way. She is the Hladini Shakti of the Lord, internal potency. So he obtains his desires. So they pray to the Devi Devatas for desires, but actually they cannot give, anybody cannot give anything without Krishna's permission. Just like say you lived in America for many years and you came back to India and your father is waiting and you're not meeting. You break the heart of your father. So similarly, the Supreme Lord is seeing, you're going to all the neighbors, everybody, you're avoiding him. Anyway, they come to him, what to do? Your son is bugging us. Some uncle comes to you, father is bugging us. He is asking certain things. Okay, give. That's how you're given. Without any protection, without any, just like buying Chinese products, without any, warranty. You know, people buy mobiles and all without any warranty from Burma Bazaar or this. It's like that. Devi Devata, just like Ravana got a blessing without any protection. He remained a demon. Hiranyakashipu also went to Brahma, remained a demon. Bhasmasura, so many examples, they remain demon. Generally, demons worship Devi Devatas because they can remain a demon. But if you go to Vishnu, you get purified. They don't want that. There is an example of Dhruv Maharaj. He went to Vishnu actually to get a kingdom greater than his father and grandfather, great-grandfather Brahma. He wanted a kingdom bigger than that. But what happened when he saw Vishnu? Stana vilashi tapasisatoham. I wanted some place. Tam praptavan deva munindra gohyam. But after getting you, I got you who is difficult to get even for devatas and munis. Gohya, you are difficult to get for even muni and devata. Kachan vachinam api divya ratnam. I was looking for a piece of glass, but I got a diamond. Divya ratna I got. Swamim kirtatosmi varamna yachi. My Lord, I don't want any benediction. That's happened to you when you see Vishnu. You'll forget your material desires. Then Krishna saying, men of small intelligence worship the demigods. Tad bhavati alpa medasam. Alpa means little, little, not much. And the fruits are limited and temporary. What they can give you is limited because the devatas are themselves temporary, their benefits are temporary, their place is temporary, their benediction is temporary. But people are very interested. Now, they're not interested to go back to Krishna. In the jail, they want an extra chapati. That's all. So small intelligence. They're not intelligent people. Krishna is not giving intelligent. See, he's not banning Devi Devata Puja, but he's not recommending it. You can see again, this is just one chapter. Start now from Bhagavad Gita. Every chapter he will do that. Small intelligence. My dear child, come to me. My door is open. Please come. He is inviting with love. Please come. Don't go here and there. But you will not go there. They will worship Devi Devata and they are after some limited fruits. Those who worship the demigod go to the planets of the demigod. And it has a serious repercussion also. They have created a propaganda. Whatever you worship, you get same results. So yeah, that is in your hallucination, not in the Shastra. You buy a ticket for Delhi, you go to Delhi. You don't go to Chennai by the ticket. Doesn't make sense also. Those who worship the Devi Devata, you'll go to their planet, but their planets are temporary. And they themselves are penitent. All the Devi Devatas are post, which is temporary post. You'll go there. Except Lord Shiva, his position is special. But other Devi Devatas is just a temporary post. They are jivas only, like you. But they are very pious, so they get that post. Those who worship the demigod go to the planets of the demigod, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. Devana Deva Yoyo Yanti Madhyajuna Api Yanti Mam. They come to me. So if you are intelligent, you worship Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna says, those who mind are desiring material desires, surrender to devatas and follow the. I make this. Okay? This was the 4 shlokas going on. Kind of small intelligence. Alpa made this. No, this was Devi Devata Puja. Krishna does not recommend that. He says, come and worship me. My dear child, why you have to go here and there? Another thing he says, he also doesn't agree to people who do not conceive Lord having form and personality. Every class I explain God is a person, not an energy. After 18 classes, I have a final exam. I ask this question again. God is a person, energy. And again, 50% say is the energy. Stubborn. They will not understand. They don't want to understand. Unintelligent men, Krishna is saying, they are unintelligent men. What do they say? I assume this form and personality. They think like that. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is changeless and supreme. Avyakta Vyakti Mahapannam. They think God was before not a personality, some light, some energy. Vyakti Mahapannam. He assumed form and personality. I asked many of the people, why do you have this kind of a conception? It's actually due to false propaganda by fools. They're misled. They are just innocent victims of false propaganda. Not innocent also. Cheated and the cheated is always there. Nothing lamentable in God's kingdom. They are envious of the existence of God, so therefore they run for such foolishness. Avyakta Vyaktim. Avyakta means God did not have form and personality. Now he assumed form and personality. I asked him, why do you accept such kind of thing? He said, no, try to understand that if God has form, then he's limited to one place. Yes, that's your problem. Because you are thinking God has form like you. God's form is spiritual, sir. It's not a material form. In a spiritual form, it's present inside even every atom, not only present in his Vaikuntha word. So, avyaktam vyaktim apannam manyate mam ambuddhayaha param bhavam ajanantam mama bhuta maheshwaram. They don't know my superior nature. Please keep it muted. Agar I have to come again, and I have to Naham Prakash. So Krishna explains there both this kind of foolish people, either Devi Devata Pujaks or those who think God has no form and personality, have never manifested the foolish. Naham Prakash Sarvasya Yogamaya Samavrita. I'm covered by my internal energy. She will not allow you to see the Lord. And so deluded, the world knows me not, who am unborn and infallible. So people do not know me because Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yogamaya Samavrita. Oh Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all that is yet to come. I know all living entities, but no one knows me. So Krishna is saying people do not know me. I know everybody, people do not know me. Then he says, how you can know me? Yesham tu antagatam papam. Get free from all kind of sinful activity. Antagata means end of all the papam. Janana punya karmana. Birth after birth, you do pious activity. Te dvanda moha nirmuktam. Such people free from dualities of moha. Bhajante maam dhridavrataha. They worship me with great determination. Yesham tu antagatam papam. So you're free from all the sinful activities. And birth after birth, you are doing pious activity. Dvanda, you become free from dvanda. Dvanda means, I like this, I don't like this. It's so hot now, it's cold now. This is beautiful, this is ugly. All these are silly dvandas of the mind. You become free from that. And you worship the Lord with full determination. So very nice text. Bhajante maam dhridavrataha. The last word. Those who know me as the Supreme Lord, as the governing principle of all material manifestation, know me as one underlying all demigod, as the one sustaining all sacrifice, can be steadfast mind, understand, know me even at the time of death. Now, based on the shloka, Arjuna will ask the next shlokas, that is 8th chapter. Arjuna will ask all this question, how we can know you, my Lord, at the time of death. That is the next chapter, 8th chapter. So glories of the knowledge about Krishna, 7.1 to 7.3, Kashya Mam Veti, Tattvataha Manushyanam Sahasheshu, Kashya Siddhe, Yatadam Api Siddhanam, Kashya Mam Veti Tattvataha. Knowledge of the Lord Krishna identity, and Krishna particularly talks about himself. Aparetu iti anyam, Prakriti Vidhi Me Param, Jiva Bhuta Mahabhavo. So Prakriti Vidhi Me Param, that's about the soul. Surrendering unto Lord Krishna, Krishna says, yes, Devi Esha Gudame, Mama Maya Buduratya, Mama Evi Prapadyanti, Maya Mitam Dharit. You take my shelter, you'll definitely come back to me. Demigod worship impersonalism, Krishna does not recommend. Maya Tevitam Hitan, Krishna, all the benefit Devata give you, I only give. They cannot give anything. Not a blade of grass moves without my will. Why don't you come to me, my dear child, come to me. From delusion to devotion, Ichha Dvesh Samutena. Okay, done. Hare Krishna. So today is a very serious topic. In this chapter, so many things we have learned. 4 kinds of people who surrender, 4 kinds of people who not surrender. We can just revise what all we studied today. Krishna said, become attached to me. That kind of yoga you do. So he's again re-emphasizing Bhakti Yoga. And Krishna explained that I'm going to tell you about both material spiritual world. Krishna is very rarely. Some people surrender to me. Among 1,000 men, somebody is, how it is very rare, 1,000 among men, somebody become perfect. Among those who get perfect, very rarely somebody knows me in truth. Krishna explains the 8 energies, the 5 gross and 3 subtle in this, earth, water, fire, ether, and then 3 subtle, mind, intelligence, false ego, that comprise my 8 energies. I have shown you Vishwarupa to explain that point. Then Krishna says, beyond the 8 material energy, there is a spiritual energy of mind, that is Atma, that is you. They are the ones sustaining this world, because everything in this world, they are running around through this 8, through this spiritual energy of mind. Krishna said, there is nothing higher to me, nobody is higher to me, and everything I am sustained by me. All that is material, spiritual, I am both the origin and dissolution. And Krishna says, how do we know me? Yeah, you can easily know him. I'm the taste of water. I'm the light of the sun and the moon. I'm on the pranava. I'm the Om sound in all the Vedic literature. Like that, Krishna explains. So I made a list here, 4 verses in 1 chant. Finished. And Krishna says, goodness, passion, everything manifested by my energy, but I'm not under the modes of material nature. I'm not under the modes. I'm beyond. Like a king is not under the rules of a jail. But people covered by the three modes cannot understand me. But if you surrender to me, you can understand. Devi Esha Gurumai. If you surrender to me, you can Maviya Prapad Maya Metamta. But people, four kind of people who do not surrender to me, they are the people who are Muda, Maya Prata, sinful people, and people who are working like a donkey, 14 hours. The people are involved in sinful activities, Maya Prita Jnana. Maya Prita Jnana means so knowledge is stolen by illusion, and Asura Bhavamashitaha, or taken the nature, demonic nature of the demons who hate the very existence of God. So these I showed you different pictures. Then four kind of people rather take shelter of me. Artho arthat jigyasu jnani cha bhartashava. Who are in pain, who want some money, who are jigyasu, and who are in knowledge. And among we discussed this picture. The Gajendra was Artho, Draupadi Artho, Dhruva Maharaj and Sugriva Artharthi. They wanted some support from the Lord in financial matters. And here is Jigyasu, Parikshit Maharaj, and Sage Naimisharina, very inquisitive to know the truth, and Shukamani in Jnani, who surrendered to the Lord. Of the wise who know what is full knowledge union with me through pure devotion service of the best. Among the four, wise is the best because he will not leave me. And Krishna, after many, many births, people take my shelter. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan ma prapadete. Vasudeva sarvati samatma sudurga. So I said, why you want to wait for many births? Surrender immediately. And how do I surrender? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Krishna is saying they don't surrender, because people are generally interested in Devi Devata Puja, and they worship them, even though they get material benefits, they are satisfied. But my devotees, but you worship Devatas, at the end you will reach their planet, and there also you have the inconvenience of birth, old age, disease, and death. But if you reach my planet, you are out of the samsara of Mrityu Samsara Sagarat. Unintelligent men know me not, think that I assume this form and personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is changeless and supreme. So Krishna said, not only comments on them, he said these impersonalists, they have also no knowledge. He neither likes the Devi Devata Puja, neither the impersonalists who think that that even God has assumed form and personality in this world. Ultimately, God has no form. Krishna says they have small knowledge. Avyakta Bhakti Mahaparnam Manete Mam Abuddhayaha. Due to the small knowledge, they don't know my high nature, which is changeless and supreme. Oh, sorry, I was not showing the picture when I revised the whole chapter without showing a picture, sorry. I never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent, for I am covered by my creative potency. Arjuna, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening, but me, nobody knows. And Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam purnikarmanate dvandamo nirmuktam bhajanti mam. Krishna says, antagatam papam. Once somebody is free from all kind of sinful activities, on doing pious activity, he can know me. Okay, this is a chapter. Let us come back. That mistake happens somehow. What to do? If I give little on, then some people make some noise. So I'm helpless. Hare Krishna. At least now I'm back on this picture. You can type your questions. Yes, or you can raise your hand. You can spend some time answering questions. Hare Krishna. Satisfied? No questions? Everybody is convinced? Veni Rustagi, how is false ego the manifestation of energy? Subtle energy, that is subtle. It is listed under subtle energy. That much I know. I don't know more than that. It is ahankara. It is not just a thought. It is listed as the energy. Okay. And it is the creation. First thing is ahankara. Then the rest starts one by one. What is the difference between para and apara? Para is material, material energy, earth, water, fire, air, ether. That's material energy. Para is greater soul, and apara is all these 8 energies. Bhumi, apo, nolo, vayu, kamano, buddhi, evcha, that is apara. Para is great, apara not so great. What is the purpose of the word of the demigod? Is there anything mentioned about Krishna's plan? What is the purpose of the word or the word? Is there anything? See, Krishna has a massive administration and everybody gets a chance. Brahma gets a kick. He's controlling the world. Actually, Krishna is the one who does everything. Now the blade of grass moves without him. Everybody gets a, just like ant gets in a small room, I'm the king. Dogs gets in a street, I'm the king. We are all come to enjoy here. What is sons of some ahankara. We all come here. Maya is strong, stuck with this question. If Krishna already knows the future, who is free? Where is the free will? Why you are again and again insisting Krishna knows the future? Krishna knows your past, he's seeing your present, therefore he knows your future. That is better. You behave responsibly, you change your future. Behave responsibly. We are bothered more about spiritual future as a devotee, not about physical future. Because the past life karma, suppose even if my life is 60 years and I surrender to the Lord, that's it. So that when I leave the body, I go back to Krishna's lotus feet. My focus is on spiritual destination, not material destination. We worship Radha, Krishna, Radha are most synonymous, but there is no mention for Swetatima, Rukmini, any particular reason why we didn't mention here. Radha, Krishna, actually, when Krishna expands to in Dwaraka, in his another Krishnas, in the other Leela, then Radha accompanies him as all queens and gopis are manifestation of Radharani only. Okay. She is the Hladini Shakti of the Lord. Radha Krishna Pranaya, Hladini Shakti Asmat. Okay. Oh no, why there is no? We have temple also. ISKCON has Rukmini Dwarkadish temple. There are some temples of Rukmini Krishna also. But Radharani's flavor is more intense of worship to Krishna. That is not now. I cannot explain now. It takes some time. Okay, do we keep fluctuating between different types of bhakta? I don't know. Somebody is fluctuating. The duty of Krishna is dharma stapana, so it is Krishna duty even in this yuga. It's a duty to learn from the past and follow Krishna duty. Will he find Sarati? Okay. So, nobody's asking question there, everybody's here only. So, Dharma Sanstapana, Krishna is always, okay, he has to help us to surrender to him. Shri Vidya, thank you. So, Krishna's duty is also to help us. Out of love. It's not force. Not that Krishna's duty is like that. No. That is his mercy. If you want to go to him, he will always help you. To learn from the past and follow dharma, yes. If it is, will he find a Sarthi like Arjuna? Definitely. But Krishna told as a Sarthi in the Bhagavad-Gita, that is for you also. Rather, he didn't need it. It is for you. So you read Bhagavad-Gita first. Still need more guidance. Krishna will from the heart speak to you. So definitely he will find a Sarthi like Krishna. Thank you. Look to you, some great devotee, Shri Vidya. Vishnu Kota, or first place he created the world and post like the Brahma is a bigger plan. Okay. No, see, the point is this. He creates this world and we are all here with big plans. Not his plan. Somebody asked Prabhupada, why did Krishna send us to this world? He said, you forced him. We are all very proud. Actually, we are headache on the Lord. Somebody is telling me I'm special. Is it really a special to messed up so badly and come inside the jail? Because jail only few special idiots go. 90% of the people sit in the city and enjoy with the king. Only idiots go inside a jail. So we are those special idiots. So he created this world because you forced him. It's not that the Lord wanted to send you to this world. You forced him to come to this world. It's like a 1-year-old child who, as soon as he starts walking, want to walk out of the house. Gives so much pain to the parent. You force them, you start crying. No, beta, don't go. I'll go to the house. I'll not stay. Then how the father will go invisibly walk behind you if he can. That's Paramatma, walking invisibly behind you every step. You're totally helplessly dependent on the Lord for the sun, the moon, the water. Every moment he has to maintain you. But still you maintain your stubborn disobedience and offensiveness towards the Lord. What he can do. So Brahma is like most pious within this world. So he's given a post of managing this world. Krishna doesn't want to bring people from Vaikuntha who wants to come anyway inside the jail. So in a jail also, that's the nature. They don't bring people from the city. Within the jail, they manage. That's most of the Devi Devatas are like that, most. Lord Shiva's position is different. He's almost Vishnu. Brahma is a Jiva only, most pious Jiva. Sending the link of the at midnight also really okay. Explain what is Radhashtami now. In fact, some mistake my colleague had done, given the wrong link, and then I suddenly woke up in the night, just was checking. I was actually sitting and creating with some students who are in America, live link, for Radhashtami, creating a link, linking the Zoom to the YouTube channel. That time I realized, oh my God, it's the wrong link. And I went to my colleague who did it. I tried to wake him up. He was dead asleep. I said, okay, you sleep, I'll do it. And I had to tuck, all from 60 groups we have, WhatsApp groups put up every day. Okay, so 11 a.m. session, we are all welcome. Thank you for reminding, Shailaja. You're all welcome. Sometimes we remember him for help during satsang. We want to know him. How do you remain in that gyan? Yes, that is as the awakening occurs. Now theoretically you go, the awakening comes. Truth is truth all the time. So today it is truth only, we are in trouble, but all the time we can remember God. That is advancement. Yes, Nupur Mataji. Okay, thank you. All beautiful questions, all devotees. As a Hindu, we completely accept our God, Krishna, supreme with great respect. But how about non-Hindu? They have their own beliefs. If they're in clash of beliefs, who is correct? First thing, see, somebody wants to learn about Gita, he has come to us. And 90% of them in ISKCON are non-Hindus. So we are victorious preachers. We are actually missionaries. But at the same time, we don't have attitude of this. ISKCON has not converted a single man from any religion to Vedas, even though we are making people follow Gita more than any other person maybe in the history. You go to Russia, America, just watch if you have gone to those temples. You'll not find maybe Indians there sometimes. All foreigners trying to learn, wearing this dress. And Prabhupada used to say that will be the success. If it is America, an American should preach. If it's Africa, African should preach. Not that it's an Indian, it's an international religion. So that's the glory of the Bhagavad Gita. People are accepting. Okay? So they are having, not beliefs, because we are not touching anybody's beliefs. So they ask us, what do you say about Jesus? We say he's our guru. We respect him. But they have questions. We call Bhagavad Gita as a postgraduate religion for the whole world. We don't touch their faith on Jesus. We ourselves accept him as a great Acharya, a great Guru. He has done gave his life, no? He sacrificed his life to spread the name of God. We should honor him. But there is so much more to learn than what he told at that situation. So people come to us and they learn and they feel very benefited. You see, the concept of soul is not there in any religion. Karma, not exist. Vaikuntha, not exist. Mostly heaven. So there are so much to learn when they come to Bhagavad Gita. There was somebody recently asked this question to a priest, that why did God do this to my brother who is a small child? What sin did he do? He died by a bomb blast. So I cannot answer. We can answer. Therefore they come to us. People have questions, we can answer those questions. Philosophy is very deep and well developed. And Bhagavad Gita is just an introduction. No? Bhagavatam is massive encyclopedia after that. So there is no clash of belief because intrinsically all religions are same. Details are more given here. But then we are also foolish. Half knowledge is the dangerous thing. There is the information of Devi Devatas only in the Vedas. But we turn the whole thing around. Okay, no, Hanuman is also God. Shiva is also God. Ganesha is also God. We make a mess out of the information. There is no information like this. One information, God's external name is revealed. Not even internal name. You worship him. And we respect that. It's a correct information. But details much more are there. Here it is given, but people make khichdi. And in fact, they become more foolish. The polytheism, pantheism makes a person more foolish than actually any other religion. Khichdi. And they laugh at that actually. Whole world is laughing at this situation in India today. There are a million gods. Whole world is having a laughter. Any philosopher, any religionist, theologist is laughing at the joke we have created. And how to justify that joke? We say ultimately God is no form. You can imagine any form. Please tell me where in the Shastra it said like that. Here Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself rejects that. Avyaktam bhakti mahapannam, I reject this, Arjuna. And that's not true. I have a form and personality, eternal form and personality. I stay in Vaikuntha, but I come to see my compassion, we come to see in this world. You ought. But we say, no, God has no form. You can imagine any form you like. And these ISKCON people are so cripple-minded, don't hear them. They'll simply disturb you. People say like that. We are very liberal-minded. We worship all Devi Devata. These people crazy. So there is no clash of belief. Fundamentally, we are in tune with them. Person who studies Bhagavad Gita, limited knowledge, with limited knowledge, such a person worship God for their material benefit. With limited knowledge, will such a person worship God for their material benefit? No, Krishna is not saying who worship, definitely who worships, understand Bhagavad Gita through a guru, will definitely not worship Lord for material benefit. Krishna is telling the situation of this world. Generally, people worship. Kama sata hita jnana yajante anna devata. People worship God for limited benefit. Devi devatas for limited benefits. So this somebody studied Gita under Guru will not do that. He will directly go to the Lord. What is the language of Krishna? Krishna spoke and Krishna knows all the language, so don't worry. You're worrying if Krishna comes to my house, I have to learn his language. No, he knows all the language. He knows even language of the animals. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada that when I make Lord to, we do Sevas Pujari, so we have always Sanskrit mantras for everything, giving the Lord to rest or to wake up the Lord, Uttishta, Govinda. We chant all different prayers. But it said, suppose I forget. So Prabhupada says, say in English. He knows all the languages, don't worry. Okay, why in the first place he created the world? Okay, you forced him. He didn't create it. You have a freedom. Love means freedom. But you didn't want to live with them. So what can he do? See, love means freedom. You cannot be forced, no? You go to the house, take a gun out. My dear wife, bring a glass of water. There's no love. There's no fun. So to have a loving exchanges, one thing Krishna has gifted to all the living entities, freedom. He's not going to take it away. Out of your freedom, you decide, I don't want to be with you. Krishna says, honor that freedom. I'm not going to force you. He gives material world so much, 84 lakh species. Say a car company, tell me, any car company creates 84 lakh models. How much Krishna has gone to the details and trying to satisfy. In each model, there is variants. Here also unlimited variants in each model. And there is Krishna, so much arrangement, details of the sun, moon, so many, air, water, all the details have been done by the Lord for your desire to be independent of Him. At the same time, Krishna feels, is hungry for our love. And he knows we are also not happy without Him. My dear child, come back home. That's Bhagavad Gita. And one line Bhagavad Gita is, my dear child, come back home. So He didn't create the world, you forced Him to create this world. Metal word is we are forced. We can't blame Him. We have to blame ourselves. Post like Brahma and all because you want this big post. Could you please give us the steps to attain Sattva-guna? Yeah, strictly follow 4 rules. No intoxication, no gambling, no relation outside marriage, no meat. Strictly follow 4 rules, you'll attain Sattva-guna. That's what Prabhupada said, and that's what Shastra says. And you cannot do that in Kali Yuga without sincerely chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So Hare Krishna mantra not only helps you attain Sattva-guna, it helps you go beyond Sattva-guna to the spiritual realm. Could you give steps to attain? Okay. Is there a poll quiz after the class, which in the first class, it was interesting and interactive? Okay, thank you. I will design that. It takes little time. I don't do. I can do that. At least what you do quiz in the chapter and we can do here itself. Very good exchange. Yeah, because not everybody participate in the question answer. So that way they feel participant. Thank you. Thank you. In fact, I was thinking I should do now from question from you. Takes little time. So I'm lazy. Different God like Hanuman, Ganesha to 5-year-olds. How do you explain different? That's why you explain about Krishna. All details, I will go. 5-year-old child. Children say hear all the story, they will hear anything. But don't gods, they're not gods. Hanuman is never says I'm God. He says I'm Das of Rama. I tell Rama and Leela, you will understand who's Hanuman. Why did this name Krishna fall for the Lord? Because Akashati, Akashan, he attracts everybody by his beautiful qualities. Krishna attracts everybody, therefore this names have come. Okay, done. Hare Krishna. Anjaneya ji, Hare Krishna. Anjaneya Devakar.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I had a doubt. I had to ask if there was any other life in this universe. Would Krishna explain the Gita to them?
No, why other life is not there? How did you assume? Why Devi Devatas are there already? How did you assume?
No, I assumed if there is any other life in this universe.
Why it's not there? How do you
So
say it's not there?
he would explain. He would attain the same form as them or ours, and he will explain the Gita to them related to their philosophy or ours.
Wait, no. First of all, when Krishna comes to this world, embassy is here on earth. Okay? Krishna's place is Vrindavan, Mathura Vrindavan. Therefore, earth becomes the holiest place in the universe. The Lord personally comes here. Okay? That is one point. Second point is that Krishna goes everywhere. It's not that he only comes on earth. He has, there's not one universe, multiverse, billions and trillions of universes. Krishna goes everywhere. And not only his message, just like Krishna didn't come only in human species, he also came in other species also. No?
Yes.
Matsya, Kurma, Vara, correct? He goes everywhere. Vamana Rupa, he was with the Devatas. So he's there everywhere. He definitely language, he knows all the language. Philosophy is same. Not the philosophy changes, philosophy is same. Truth remains always same.
Okay.
Okay? So everywhere they study Gita, everywhere they study Bhagavad. Devaloka, I heard the Bhagavad is much bigger. Some revelation of Shastra is much bigger. They have much more capacity. Huge. Billions of shlokas. For us, 18,000 itself is enough. Because details of the Lord Leela, they can understand more. Brahma can understand more. So they have bigger book.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dr. Ji is there. Vidisha. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Doctor.
Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have a question regarding Lord Venkateshwar. How do you place, is it the avatar of
Same as Krishna. Narayana.
Huh.
Govinda. When you go, what do they say? When they, in the
Yes.
queue, they don't chant. Govinda,
Yes.
Govinda. Same.
So that is why I was confused, as in Govinda, they
Same
have the
person.
same.
Same person. See,
Okay.
people have the knowledge. Even though it's four-arm form, people know it's not
Huh.
different from Krishna. People know. Therefore, they chant his name, Govinda, Narayana. Yes.
Thank
So,
you, Prabhuji.
Krishna is a very playful form of the Lord. See, just like say, you are working in an office, you are the judge. So when you come to your office, you have to say, my Lord, my Lord. That's Narayana form. That's why Tirupati you have to stand. But Krishna, like Mother Yashoda, they can run behind him. He is a more playful form, allows intimacy. He allows intense intimacy. And then compared to, just like now some people are asking Rukmini Krishna, Radharani Krishna makes her, and the Leelas, all the devotees in Vrindavan, they don't know he's God. He takes that off their mind. They deal with the intense intimacy. Intimacy is more when the awe and reverence is removed away. Just like, and now I come to court, now how much I can relate to you? Because I have to say, my Lord. But at home, I can sit with heart to heart, or your child can even play with you. Anna? So small children, they get on the parents and they're playing. Total intimacy there. Krishna, you can have him in your hand, play with him. You cannot do that with Narayana. You have to maintain a distance. So the five rasas are there of relationship. Sakya, Dasya, Shanta, Sakya, Vasalya, Madhurya. With Narayana, you can properly do Dasya, till Dasya. But you cannot go to Sakya, Vasalya, Madhurya. No, you have to remain. Madhurya is already Lakshmi, she got it. No vacancy. But here, gopis, everybody can go to Krishna and Madhurya Rasa. He allows.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hanumanta. Yes, Kashyap ji. Your name is Kashyap also, Hanumanta also. Yes.
Prabhuji, not Hanuman, Hemant, Prabhuji.
Chalo, okay. But I am reading only those words. Chalo, Hemant ji.
My question is, why don't we worship or feel all other forms of Vishnu as divine forms, Prabhuji?
Why don't we? We worship. But how many we can make? We have temples of Rama in ISKCON. We have Tirupati Balaji temples also, Narasimha temples. Why don't we worship? Why don't we worship? But Krishna form is not we are saying special. Shastra says special because it allows intimacy. Other people don't allow so much intimacy. And Krishna showed that, no? Isn't it? Wasn't he doing that? When you see Janmashtami, how many leelas of the Lord are there? So many leelas of the Lord are there. People just enjoy hearing those leelas. Isn't it? Total intimacy. He makes you forget first he's God. And Krishna Leela, nobody knew. Mother Yashoda never knew his God. He made her forget. And then he goes under her protection. And she feels that if she doesn't protect him, then monkeys will bite him. And when monkey makes sound, he runs, mother, mother. And mother holds him. Ah, my dear child, I'll protect you, don't worry. He goes under protection. Nanda Maharaj is every day instructing him, it should not be done like that, this should correct. Somebody went to Nanda Maharaj, what are you doing in Narayana? Whatever it is, he's my child. You understand? The intimacy is more. Just like in judge, in a court and at house. Which one you like? Suppose you are a judge in an office and you at home, friends will invite, come to my house. Yeah. In the court, you'll all say, my lord, my lord, my lord. So Krishna allows intimacy, that's all. There is no difference between, I have a doubt, should worship of demigod be stopped? See, Krishna is saying better worship him. We are not saying to stop. Krishna has not said that anywhere. It's Vedic. It's given in the Vedas. How can Krishna stop something which is Vedic? It's only recommending. So we said, Choda nahi jodna hai. What you are doing, you keep doing. I'm not saying to stop. I'm just saying begin worship of Krishna or add that. And by how do you do that? I'm just saying chant Hare Krishna 10 minutes. So whatever you're doing, continue. Just add chanting of Harinama. Can Shiva be called God? Not in the Shastra. And that is people's imagination. He is a Devata. But he is almost Vishnu. So his position is not easy to understand. I explained many times. If you want, I can explain again. He is not like a Devata. He is Shiva Tattva, which is almost Vishnu Tattva. If I can explain, every day I forget certain time. The Zoom allows us to totally mute. That's an advantage. But disadvantage, you don't know whether we have shared or not shared. You see that this Goloka chart I was explaining previously also. I'll explain again. The moderators are there, 6 a.m. moderators. They can just share this in their group also. They can study it, and they have any questions from this, they can come up. So you see, this is the Goloka where Krishna stays, part of spiritual world, like a proper, like the sun in the center, where all the most highest devotees are here in Goloka. They serve Krishna without knowing his God. They're just like the Radharani or the Mother Yashoda or the Gopas. And Krishna in the Bhauma Leela, when Krishna in the middle world, in spiritual world, there are no demons. Here the demons will attack Krishna. That's the nature of demons. They can't stand Krishna's greatness. They attack. So Krishna will be killing them. So at that time, when Krishna is doing that, the Gopas will come. You look very powerful. You kill Bakasura. Let me see. I'll beat you. And Krishna allowed to be beaten by Gopa. And tell everybody, see, look at me. I defeated Krishna. That is happening in Vrindavan. They just sweet pastimes of the Lord. Then comes here is Ayodhya Dham. Here the Lord is the two-handed. Narayana is four-handed. This is Vaikuntha Dham, and they elaborately discuss in the scriptures. There is a lot of discussion of the Vaikuntha Dhama in the scriptures. And he explained, I explained to you yesterday also, Krishna explained. So Balaram explained to Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. Sankarshana again explains to Narayana. Narayana again explains to Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. And this Sankarshana expands to Karnodaksha Vishnu, which is also known as Mahavishnu. From the pores of his body, universes are coming. He's again expanded to the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, who expand to Shirodaksha Vishnu. And this universe is maintained by these three Vishnus. Okay, na? And actually, Shirodaksha Vishnu takes charge finally of maintaining the world. Brahma is here born. Here is Lord Shiva. Where is Shiva here? So when Mahavishnu is glancing at the middle energy, at that time, Ramadevi understands the intention of the Lord. She expands to Durga. Durga is expansion of Lakshmi. And the same as the Lord expands to Lord Shiva. Because he will not touch metal energy personally. Through an expansion called Shiva, he touches. And Shiva is not Vishnu. At the same time, he is almost Vishnu. Milk turned into curd is milk only, but not milk. You cannot make milk out of curd, but milk turns into curd. That's a very perfect symbolism. Brahma Samhita is a Shiram Yatadati Vikara Vishesha Yoga. Okay? And so this is the position. And then Rudra, another form of the Lord in the middle word, he calls it dissolution. And there is another form of the Lord, Lord Shiva, Shadashiva, who is Vishnu Tattva. There is no difference, Shadashiva and Vishnu, same personality. There are so much if you go to Shiva Tattva, so much is there. Okay? This Sadashiva is the expansion of Sankarshana again. Okay. So now how much to say? Okay. Hare Krishna. So Prakash SS. Yes, Prakashji, you wanted to say something?
Hello, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
What is the importance of Radha Ashtami?
The birth of Radharani Baba. Krishnashtami, 14 days later she came. That is Radhashtami.
So, Radha Ashtami is when we worship, we
Half day we fast. No, we don't want getting, we want mercy, not getting material benefit. We want mercy. She takes us to Krishna. We take her blessing. She's very dear to Krishna. So if we please her, we easily get Krishna. She's rather more merciful than Krishna. So we ask her to give benediction.
Okay. So
Mother is always more merciful than father, isn't it?
So the importance is only for mercy.
Yeah, you want to become a devotee. You take her blessing. Hladini Shakti. Radha Krishna Pranay Vikriti Hladini Shakti Asmat. Shastra says she is the Hladini, internal potency of the Lord. You cannot separate sunshine from the sun, correct? Sunshine and sun are together. Similarly, we cannot separate potency from the potent. So Radharani cannot be separated from Krishna. It's together one.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Rama Swami ji, आपका नाम है Rama Swami भी, Srinivas भी. Yes, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, yes.
Hare Krishna ji. What is Bhagavatam and then what is Bhagavad-Gita? I need to know the difference of this.
Bhagavad-Gita is 700 shlokas. Krishna spoke, we all know. Bhagavatam is about Krishna. It is 18,000 shlokas. I give you a simple example. Suppose I ask Mr. Ramaswamy ji, tell about yourself. You know, any gentleman not say much. He will say 2-3 lines. I do this job, that's it. But if I ask your wife, she'll speak for 2 hours. Correct? Or your son. So any person, when they speak about the Lord, the devotee, they speak for 18,000 verses. And Bhagavatam was spoken for 7 days to the grandson of Arjuna, Parikshit, by Vedavyasa's son, Shukamuni. Shukamuni spoke Bhagavatam for 7 days continuously. Therefore, it is huge, 18,000 verses. Bhagavad Gita is spoken for 2 hours. And Bhagavad is more detailed. Bhagavad Gita is only the, say, formulas, F equal to MA in physics that you study. Bhagavatam is solved examples and goes more deeper. The understanding becomes very deeper when you study. Principal rules of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam are actually same. Details are more in Bhagavatam. Like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I come in various incarnations. Yada yada dharmasya. We heard on the 4th chapter. Now, when did he come? What happened? Gita has no time for that. Bhagavatam, it is there.
So
Okay.
to know all these things,
18 books is a big encyclopedia. And Bhagavatam, and another interesting fact of Bhagavatam is a Bhashya on Vedanta. Bhashya Nam, Brahma Sutra Nam. And Bhagavatam was written by Vedavyasa, the last book, on the instruction of Narada. After finishing the Vedas, now the other Puranas, 17, Mahabharata, he was not happy. So Narada came and instructed him to sit again for self-realization and glorify the Lord with heart. So Bhagavatam glorifies God with all his heart. And he says in the book, this is my highest work. Kimva Pare Ishra. There is in fact no even need to read anything else. This is my jewel of the world. Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Faram. It's the ripened fruit of the Vedic knowledge. Just like a tree. What is the most important part of the tree? The fruit, ripened fruit. So this is called Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Shukamukat Amrita Shrimad Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Aho Muhu Rasika Muhu Bhavakaha. oh, drink the Bhagavata Rasa of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is Bhakti Rasa. And it's like devotion to the Lord with all heart, Vedavyasa expresses. And he himself says it's the best work. Bhagavatam class I take
To
every
know
day.
all this sloka.
Huh.
Okay, fine.
This is from
To
Bhagavatam.
know this details on the slokas and other thing, should need to be well versed with the Sanskrit language so that we can understand
No. I
easily.
never see. No, not near. Don't wait for that. Is in the we have translated every book word a word. When I'm translating, see how much I know isn't this sufficient? Nigama kalpatar or galitam phalam. I can tell word over meaning also because every shloka word over meaning is there. See what happens. 12 years it takes to learn Sanskrit. That age is over for us. And at this age, it will take 50 years. It's a lot of rules of grammar are there. So what you can do along as you're studying the Vedic books, we are helping you. Every shloka is there. Pronunciation ke liye marks are there. Sandhi vichhed is there. Word meaning is there. Translation is there. Explanation is there. All along, don't wait. Otherwise, what happened? 2 years of study Sanskrit, and then I'll come to study. Start studying along with it. What we do in ISKCON, we don't wait for that. Every shloka, we keep studying word meaning, keep learning. And as far as practical understanding and teaching other people, that is, I feel, more than sufficient. Correct? Why don't wait? The message is important than the language, isn't it? True, if you're all Sanskrit knowing, Arjuna would have understood in half an hour. But doesn't matter. Okay? Sanskrit is the most beautiful language, no doubt. But we don't have the privilege of learning it from childhood. Then we would have learned very fast. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anu. Hare Krishna. Anu Mataji. Anu Vibhu. Anu doesn't have a question. Gone away. Hare Krishna. Anu Mataji. No questions. Anu Vibhu. No. Bhagavatam class starting. I have been taking those classes for so many years. In my channel, there are 3,000 Bhagavatam classes. Every day morning, we have as a rule in ISKCON, we study Bhagavatam. That's our text. Today, it will be there at 8 o'clock. The link, I think, I see the link I send you every day, all links are there, including for Bhagavatam class. Bhagavatam is much deeper, has so much more information.
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Prabhuji, do we have any other time for Bhagavatam other than 8 o'clock?
Well, that doesn't fit suit.
So actually we need to go for work. So
I see in the Bhagavatam, you see that YouTube channel full of Bhagavatam classes.
I know, but
you want me to record? I thought not so special, but you want me, because channel is full of them. I can record, no problem. If you like, I can record those classes.
So actually the personal interaction, the way we have is much better than seeing a recording and then have a lot of questions.
See, after this Gita course is over, we have something called, I do 3 levels of studies. This I just run through actually. See this chapter, 1 shloka, we could have spent the whole time. We just ran through the shlokas, and pardon me for that. It's just the introduction. Some of you may be more keen. Sir, each shloka, word meaning, go slowly. Some of them write also, but you try to understand in 1 hour I have to do this. But then, because everybody doesn't have your level of interest, I have to satisfy everybody. Next course starting after this Bhakti Vriksha course, when your devotion to the Lord is fixed up, you understood Krishna is my Lord. Now you want to grow that creeper of devotion. Seed is there, now seed has to be nurtured. Bhakti Vriksha we call. At that, I tell you all different Bhagavatam stories also. Very pleasant. Narsimha Leela, then Dhruva Leela, all Leelas I go into. And that is Bhakti Vriksha. And also I teach 100 important shlokas of Gita. And I am working to see your japa is improving. The people chant 1 round, 2 round. Japa builds up gradually. People all come 16 round. Then I start the last course, Bhakti Shastri course, thorough study of Gita word by word. So we have 3 levels of studies, even of Gita, 1, 2, 3.
So how do I enroll for this next Vriksha?
Don't worry, that automatically starts. And for me, don't worry. After the course is over, I will reveal the links of the Bhakti Vriksha. If you want to right away join Bhakti Vriksha classes, there is a nice group. There are 600 people already in that Bhakti Vriksha classes. You can write to me. I'll personally, but in group, I thought let us wait little. Let me 10, 12 classes, let me do, then I give the link for the next phase.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. No questions? So we end here. We prepare for Radhashtami. Prakash SS. Yes, Prakash ji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prakash ji. So we could have done some bhajan, Radhashtami bhajans today. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Chalo, I think let us do one bhajan I sing together with you. Anjaneya, your hand is up for some question or Hare Krishna Anjaneya?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You have the mind techniques, sir. Mind control techniques. They are left, sir.
How many we did already? I will do in
We
every
have done
chapter.
3, Prabhuji.
Every
We have
chapter
done.
I do. Okay, one more I'll do today. Okay.
Yes,
Yesterday,
Prabhuji.
what happened? My colleague put a wrong link. And I realized he has done that at the just 1 o'clock when I was with my devotees from America. We were working together, setting up the stream arrangement. No? We have to set the live stream. We were just
Yes, Prabhuji.
Zoom and YouTube. We were just putting that. Suddenly, I realized he has put a wrong link. That link doesn't exist. Oh my God! And already all the teachers have put links in their place and some 60. No, how much? Yeah. 250 into 60 WhatsApp groups it has to be put now. One by one, I was putting from my computer. It took me 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the night to do that.
Yes.
So I'd like to run away today, but I will do this. One more I'll do. You're requested, so we will do one more technique today.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Physical techniques will. And other techniques are coming in the Gita itself, so don't have to worry.
Okay.
Anjaneya, you had any question? Other question, Anjaneya ji? Anjaneya Devaka, any more question? Okay. Chalo, let us do one more technique, your request. But I thought we can sing one Radhashtami bhajan today together. Offer some prayers to Radhashtami. Okay. Documents. IYF. Okay, let me also do something.